What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this review of the PowerA Enhanced Wired Controller. Not to be confused with the Spectra or the Fusion, the Enhanced is the cheapest one at around 30 bucks, and you can find this one on Amazon or on PowerA's website. Here's the controller right here. Now, right off the bat, I want to say that this controller works on Xbox and PC. Although, at the time of this recording, it is unclear whether this controller will be compatible with the new Xbox coming out later this year. This controller is an officially licensed Xbox One controller, and it feels extremely familiar to the standard $60 Xbox controller that comes in the box. It comes with all the buttons, all the sticks, the center button right here, start, D-pad, the triggers, and then what makes this one special is the paddles on the back. Now, to start with the sticks are a lot better than I thought they would be for a $30 controller just like this one right here. They seem as though they are the exact sticks from the Xbox controller without any variation. Unfortunately, these sticks cannot be replaced with high-rise sticks or dome sticks, but good news, these sticks are compatible with Control Freaks so that you can customize the height and style of your game stick. I'll show you right here. There we go. Also, I have not had any problems with the sticks as far as drifting. The buttons feel good as well, and they feel just like standard buttons on the regular Xbox standard controller, of course. They feel just as reliable. The triggers feel very comfortable as well. I don't have any problems with registering inputs or them getting stuck. They don't feel as good as a $60 standard Xbox controller, but they feel about as good. And same goes with the bumpers. I did see a few reviews where they said that the bumpers got stuck for them. That has not happened for me. The bumpers feel great, and I can press them from anywhere on the controller. It would be nice, however, if you were able to make them into hair triggers, but for 26 to 30 bucks, can't really complain on this one. If you did want to make them into the hair triggers, you gotta go with the upgrade to the $40 PowerA Spectra Enhanced. That one is the more advanced version of this controller here, but it is 40 bucks, a little bit better than the $60 standard Xbox controller though. Now, probably the worst part about this controller is the D-pad here. It is very, very squishy, not very tactile, not clicky at all, and not extremely responsive that you like to see on other controllers. Now, of course, this is a little bit of a bummer. It left me a little bit less confident when pressing the buttons on the D-pad, or even knowing that I pressed it all the way. I would have to wait for the action to actually go through to be confident that the button worked when I pressed it. Alright, so let's get on to the thing that we are all here for, and that is the paddles. Now, the paddles are truly the only thing that sets the controller apart from a regular controller. They stick out ever so slightly, but almost feel flush with the controller. They are easy to press and give decent feedback. They do feel mushy sometimes and don't always register your press. I would say probably about 90% of the time they do register your press, and about 10% of the time they don't. Now, what I've found is that this is due to exactly where you're pressing the button, which is still a little bit of a stickler thing for me. It shouldn't be like that, but that's the way it is. If you press the button more in the center, then it works almost 100% of the time. But if you press the button a little bit on the edges, sometimes it doesn't work. One thing that's pretty cool about this controller is that even though it is wired, when you unplug it, it will remember your paddle functions, so you don't have to worry about resetting it every time you want to take your controller somewhere. It must be said that I do prefer the Xbox Elite placement of the paddles compared to these ones. And then the Elite paddles are also clickier. I just think that they're a little bit higher up to where your fingers can press them easily. And they're clickier, so you get a little bit more of a responsiveness, of a little bit more of a feedback from them. And I don't have to feel that I have to press them in the right spot every time. They just work. Now, you can change these paddles to any button that you like, even on the D-pad. How you do this is that you press that back button right there until the controller starts flashing, and then you press the button that you would like, and then you press the paddle that you want to turn it to. And then there you go. That button is now programmed to that paddle. It's as easy as that. This allows you to do it on the fly, switching the paddles to do whatever you want them to do on the fly from game to game. Alright, now let's get into whether or not you should even consider buying this controller. The PowerA Enhanced controller is about 26 to 30 bucks on Amazon right now. All of the buttons and triggers work well, with the mushiness of the D-pad not necessarily up to my liking, but it does work. It also, unlike controllers like Razer's variant, the Razer Wolverine, the sticks are standard sticks that will allow accessories such as control freaks to utilize them. It allows you to customize your back paddles on the fly, giving you a gaming advantage that a $60 standard Xbox controller doesn't even provide you. Where it falls short is that there isn't any customization past there, such as hair triggers. You have to get those on the slightly more expensive variant, the $40 PowerA Spectra Enhanced. Now, it does have a wire that I'm sure most people won't care about, but for those that just want to sit back and relax, the wire can be a bit of a distraction as it could possibly run across your living room. The paddles on the back aren't the best, but for the price, I would say that they are worth it. I mean, even the Collective Minds mod pack with the paddles on the back that you can put on any controller are 40 bucks compared to this $26 to $30 whole controller with the paddles. Overall, this controller isn't the best you'll find on the market, but for the price, I don't think anyone is expecting it to be. Now, would I recommend this controller? Yes, I would. If you want a cheap controller that can compete with the big boys in the customization department and not break right away, this is it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know if there are any more accessories like this, cheap mouses, cheap keyboards that you'd like me to review. Don't forget to like and subscribe with notifications on, and hope you all have a great day.